I'm on board, and I was really on board right up until he said, "I am Sub-Zero," and then I was like, okay.
I'm on board. The whole time I was like, they better end this trailer with fucking "get over here" or "so help me God." And they finally, it didn't end the trailer, but it was a climax of the trailer. But just the whole contrived like birthmark you've been like come on, let's like, first one was fine, just people get invited to a tournament. I mean, I guess that is a weird, like, why hasn't anybody heard of this tournament before? I mean, I guess you didn't have to advertise this. It's the world's greatest tournament. Just like, okay,
just like Kumite.
Okay, hold on.
Kumite.
I mean, I guess it would just be like some kind of underground fight club that isn't, high profile, but this criminal underlord and rich douches go to prove their manhood. I guess women could fight too. Why not? Intergender. And they just, yeah. Okay, so I said, I was like, so Shao Kahn would be the guy that runs the place to lure all the people here. I'm basically just rewriting the Lucha Underground storyline. It's Mortal Kombat. It would be cool.
Clearly there's some genre crossover.
I mean, it all works. And who wouldn't want to see fucking Prince Goro get a chair shot to the head?
I'm not familiar enough with Prince Goro to say one way or another.
The forearm guy.
I don't know him.
What?
No.
The guy with 4 arms.
Okay.
Like, what do you mean you don't know him?
I don't know him.
Like,
I
you
played
don't.
Sub-Zero. Anytime I played that, I played Sub-Zero.
No, okay, but you know who I'm talking about.
No.
What?
Also, I haven't watched these movies except for the clips that you turn on.
You've never seen Mortal Kombat?
No.
Whoa. You've never seen Mortal Kombat. We've never watched Mortal Kombat.
No.
What are we doing here?
We are playing Mario Kart.
But no, we need to be watching Mortal Kombat then.
No.
How did you never watch Mortal Kombat?
Honestly, the extent of my Mortal Kombat knowledge comes from arcade games.
Okay, but Street Fighter?
No. Like the one that it was just a button mashing one that you.
No, I don't give a shit about the games. The movie.
Street Fighter?
Yeah, Jean-Claude Van Damme.
No.
Like, you never seen it?
No. I've seen and heard of it. I know, like, I've seen clips of it, but I've never seen it. Except for, when we were in Arizona. Remember, you turned it on randomly.
No, that was not Street Fighter. That was Bloodsport.
Oh, okay. Then I guess no.
Wow. I never knew this. And it's blowing my mind right now.
Clearly. Like, I'd also never seen Pee-wee's Big Adventure or anything like that.
We've discussed that already, but those are such, like, just Mortal Kombat. Like, everyone's seen Mortal Kombat.
Not this, everyone.
Okay. Yeah. We should watch it at some point before the movie comes out to compare notes on
expectations
of Mortal Kombat.
Again, I've seen bits and pieces of most.
I was going to be like, I remember the scene where Reptile attacked Liu Kang and then...
Nope.
Like, he starts out as a digital reptile and then he goes into a statue and turns into the human one that you kind of know.
Nope.
Nope.
No.
He's a green Sub-Zero. But that's what he looks like.
Right. Who's the red Sub-Zero? Just a...
I don't know who the red Sub-Zero is.
They all just look like Sub-Zero with different colors to me, generally.
Like, disrespect to Scorpion. Scorpion's the better of the two.
But Sub-Zero was always the one I did because he was blue. When I was a kid, if it wasn't blue, I didn't give 2 fucks.
Like, so many of your heroes must be ice-powered.
Leonardo was my favorite when I was a little kid of the Ninja Turtles. Even though he was, like, the lamest one to me as an adult.
He wears blue, though.
But he was blue, and therefore he was my favorite. He was blue and he had swords. That was the extent of what was needed to be my My
It's
favorite.
just like Donatello with his staff. Love a staff. But yeah, so
Love a
yeah,
staff,
so
yeah.
Reptile goes into like a statue or something, and then turns into human formed green reptile, and they fight. And Liu Kang knocks him back out and takes him down. No, but in that one, they were like the greatest tournament in the world. Everyone will be talking about it. It's like, this is where the best fighters prove themselves. Like, no one's ever heard of this best tournament in the world that everyone will be talking about it. Johnny Cage buys into this. Like, yeah,
Oh,
this
yeah.
all prove my authenticity with the fighting fans. Then knowing I can really do karate will get me more popular.
Mortal
Okay,
Kombat.
all his luggage. He gives it to Liu Kang because he thinks Liu Kang's just a dock boy. And then Liu Kang just throws it into the river. And then let's see what. So they're on this old ass fucking boat comes out of the fog. You're like, oh, this is it. So they all go in, and then they end up running into Sub-Zero and Scorpion in like the bows of the boat for whatever reason. They're like snooping around because I think Liu Kang is looking for Katana. So okay, and Sonya Blade's looking for the cyborg guy. He has a metal plate on the side of his head. I'm just going to call him the Terminator. Discount Terminator. And so that's how she gets onto the boat. Anyway, they confront Scorpion, Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero's making some ice and fucking that weird tether thing that apparently is like a raptor comes out of Scorpion's skin, just kind of hangs there. But then Lord Raiden pops up with all his lightning. You're like, oh shit. Like, that was like the coolest scene. We were so far behind.
Yeah.
Like, that was so cool. It's like, oh shit, it's Scorpion. And Sub-Zero and the Raiden. And then they go to the island, and like the workers, the ninja people that run this place are all there. And the tournament's already started or something. And like was it Johnny Cage meets like, oh hey, I haven't seen you in years. What's up? Like, was this guy invited? Somehow this guy was invited to this big tournament to save the world. Little do they know. And so he gets up for this competition, and Prince Goro comes out like 10 feet tall, 4 fucking arms. And he's like, oh shit, like, yeah, and then he just starts dying. So they're like, no, like, there's the stakes right there. This one character that was just friends that we met like once. Like, oh shit, this is Mortal Kombat. And then they do more snooping around, and they get caught by some of the ninja workers, and they do a little fight there. And I know the tournament starts, like, Liu Kang fights Katana, I think, in an early round, but there's no rules to this tournament, because, like, they fight to, like, last man standing-ish, and, like, some people fight to murder, and then, like, Shang Tsung's taking souls out of the losers, like, whether they're dead or not, because he kind of kills them at times. But Katana tries to, like, give Liu Kang a clue as to how to defeat Sub-Zero in his next round. And so Sub-Zero's just a stupid fight. Sub-Zero just stands there and readies like some kind of icicle missile that he's gonna throw, but it takes so fucking long. And Liu Kang grabs a bucket of water and starts spinning it. Okay, so yeah, okay. Sub-Zero was building like an ice force field that was growing. And so it would have been, I guess it would have taken over the room. And then Liu Kang grabs the bucket of water and starts spinning it around, and then releases it, throwing the water towards Sub-Zero, which turns into like a missile of ice and goes right through Sub-Zero, pinning him to the wall. Mortal Kombat. And then Johnny Cage had to go up against Scorpion, and like they're in this like wonderfully planted forest of just straight line of trees over and over and over. And somehow, like, Scorpion can hide in that. But they're fighting there. Like, he's like, get over here! And this, like, raptor tether, which has, like, an infinite length, just follows him around. But then, somehow, like, Johnny Cage, like, drop kicks him into another dimension. And they go to, like, this hell thing, a bunch of scaffolding and death. And but like you see like some scorpions, other victims and bones just laying around. And Johnny Cage is like, he's in the ropes, but then he finds a shield and he like fucking cuts Scorpion's throat.
Wow.
That's why, because okay. So Scorpion has him down, and then he takes off his fucking mask, and it's just a skull on fire, and he's gonna breathe fire onto Johnny Cage. But then Johnny Cage had the sword and fucking cut across his throat, which causes the fire to implode on him. Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
Then Johnny Cage has to go up against Prince Goro, because Prince Goro is undefeated now in this tournament. Which, if it's a tournament, they're all undefeated technically. And so they start out. I don't know where they start out, but essentially Johnny Cage splits down and then fucking punches Prince Goro in the balls and then runs away. He's like, I don't know if he runs up the mountain or somehow he goes to a dead end that just leads off a cliff. It's in this building. If you make the wrong left turn in this building, you're just gonna go straight off into oblivion before this mountain is going. So he goes there, and then Prince Goro follows him, and it's like, where is he? And then Johnny Cage like knocks him off, and Prince Goro is holding onto the cliff with one arm, and then Johnny Cage like, this is where you fall down, and then Prince Goro lets go. Because that was a callback to the first scene when we were introduced to Johnny in his movie that he's filming. His line is, or no, okay, somehow he does. They're shooting a scene, and the guy he kicks doesn't fall down, so he goes, "This is where you fall down." And then it's like, "Oh yeah," and then he falls down. It's like, where do you find these guys?
Wait, so Johnny Cage is an actor?
Yeah. Yeah, he's like Jean-Claude Van Damme, where he's like a legitimate fighter, but he's an actor, and nobody believes that he's a really good fighter. Huh. That's why he's joining this tournament, to prove that he's a legit fighter. He's not some guy that lets the stunt doubles do his work.
So we sneer upon those guys.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's the Goro falls. And then when he killed Scorpion, he leaves an autograph for him, for his burning corpse. Like, that's so Johnny Cage. But then, like, eventually, I guess all their waiting was ultimately gonna let Shang Tsung win. So he kidnaps Sonya Blade and takes her to his world, the dark world, Nether, I don't know what it was fucking called. And we're like, we have to go after her. And Raiden's like, I cannot go. My power will like cease to exist if I go to the other side. So like, all right, bye. And they go, and Liu Kang's like, Shang Tsung, I challenge you to Mortal Kombat. And they fight. Shang Tsung has been stealing souls from everybody, so he uses like their abilities and souls as power. I don't know. Somehow he can like he can turn into them and fight like them. Oh. So yeah, I didn't even say like Liu Kang's whole motivation was that his brother tried to defeat Shang Tsung and his brother died and his soul got possessed into Shang Tsung. So during the climax of the fight, when Liu Kang's fighting Shang Tsung turns into his brother. It's like, you failed me, brother. Oh. I died because you weren't there. But Liu Kang does not fall for it.
Good for him.
Does not fall for it. And yeah, he like kicks Shang Tsung into a pit of spikes. Whoa. With the Mortal Kombat logo.
They put in logos on their.
Well, that dragon thing, like that's their in-universe logo. But the world is happy again, and then all of a sudden, Shao Kahn pops up, like bursts through the building as this giant like hologram, I guess, and like all the fighters are like, ugh! And then credits. Mortal Kombat. That's how the movie ends. It's like, what a fucking cliffhanger ending that was. Like, it was the talk of the town. Like, what do you think happens next? Talk of the playground.
Yeah, you and the other Capri Sun kids sat around the water cooler.
Yeah, that was so cool. Like, but that is Mortal Kombat.
Wow, lots happened.
And like, it's such a cool movie. Like the song. Can't believe you haven't seen it.
Can't believe you thought I had.
How? Everyone's seen it.